In today's video, I'm sharing a potential gold buying opportunity as the market comes off of a 2025 trend line. So I'll have all the details in today's video, including key levels to watch and a potential target. We'll also take a look at the DXY as it continues to trend lower. All right, guys, so looking at gold XAUUSD here on the daily time frame, you can see that going back to the start of 2025, off of this low down here, we do have a trend line off of several of these lows. So we've got this low down here, we've got this one, and now today's retest. So this is an important area for gold because you can also see where we've got this low coming in down here as well. And this is what I talked about in the weekly forecast where, following last week's rejection from this area around 34.30, you can see where we had the market stall out here. We got a bearish engulfing candle. We had the market trend lower down here toward this low. Also, again, that 2025 trend line. So this is a significant area for gold here. And I do favor buying dips in this market simply because, you look at the last few years, for years now, this market has trended higher. And so as long as that's the case, there's no reason to think that a top is in here. And furthermore, if you look at the price action over the past few months, we do have the potential for this to carve out an ascending triangle here, which is a bullish pattern. So off of this level down here, you've got this trend line off of these lows, and then you have these highs up here right around 34.30. So when you look at this here, you've got the market kind of getting squeezed here into what could be an ascending triangle. So if this does set up and confirm, and we get over the coming weeks, gold breaking out of 34.30, then obviously you've got this high around 35. However, this could also confirm this multi-month ascending triangle. Okay, so potentially very bullish here for gold over the coming months if this does set up. However, at the same time, you've got to be careful here with the market dipping below this area of resistance so far this week. So looking at the 4-hour time frame, you can also see where we have this descending channel here off of these highs up here, and you've got these lows down here. Now, again, the market did come below this area, dip below this area. You saw this long lower wick. We have not seen this filled in yet, so keep that in mind. But what I think we could get here over the coming days is if we get gold moving directly higher from current levels and not filling this in down here, we could get the market coming up here, testing this area, maybe filling in this gap from back here, and then potentially giving us that pullback down here into this area before we actually bottom. So keep that in mind too, that when gold comes off of this level, if past price action is any indication, keep in mind that gold does not tend to move directly off of this level. We get some consolidation down here first. Like back here is a great example. So this was the retest of that trend line. You can see we got the initial move up. We had gold pulling back here all the way into this consolidation, and then we had the bottom form. Okay, so if we get something similar this time, it could, again, equal the market coming up here into resistance right around 33.40, maybe 33.50, or just above, and then, filling in this area down here, retesting, and then we get that push higher. All right, but as of right now, guys, again, I do favor this market higher as long as it's holding above this area around 32.90. All right, so if this does set up, now let's talk about a potential objective here for this pattern if it does set up over the coming months. So in order to confirm this as an ascending triangle, what you'd have to see gold do is get above these highs around 34.30 on the high time frames. It would not have to necessarily get above 3,500, although that would be ideal, but really closing above these highs up here around 34.30 on the high time frames would confirm this potential ascending triangle. Okay, now if we do get that, then the objective is the height of this pattern. So back here, if we come back here and measure this out, you can see that from this high up here, okay, again, we're measuring from 34.30 down here to this trend line, you get about $400. So if we then take that and measure $400 higher, you can see where the objective comes in right around 38.30, okay? So that could be potentially, a projected target here for gold if we do get that confirmed break above these highs. All right, so no confirmation there just yet. The market is still very sideways, but again, it is coming off of that significant level here in 2025. All right, so looking pretty bullish, at least for now. Now let's talk about the DXY, because obviously the DXY and gold tend to move inversely to one another. And there's no doubt that so far in 2025, the DXY trending lower has helped gold. All right, there's no question about that. But the question that I've been asking now for the past few weeks is, will the DXY finally find a bottom here in 2025? Because you'll notice here on the logarithmic chart that the market is coming off of, or coming into, the bottom of this channel from 2011. Okay, so this is a very long running channel, and this is obviously an incredibly significant area here for the DXY. Now, obviously, there are a lot of headwinds here for the US dollar this year. I'm not going to go into all of them. If you've been watching the headlines, you know what they are. But technically speaking, though, like I've said in previous videos, it's very difficult to get bearish on the US dollar at current levels, simply because, yes, the market has been trending lower, but at the same time, it is coming into this very significant area of support. But at the same time, though, on the flip side, it's really not giving me many reasons to be bullish on this market, because even though we are coming into this support area, which you can see it was tested once again today, there really hasn't been anything here to get me, bullish on the US dollar, at least not meaningfully so, just because, again, like I talked about over the weekend, we had the market just kind of, bouncing right along this level here, didn't really confirm the breakout. And then obviously yesterday's candle failed. Okay, so as of right now, the DXY is still very sideways through here. It is sitting just above that very significant channel support though. So keep that in mind when you are trading gold or really any major currency pair. All right, so obviously if this does break down, then that could be potentially very bullish for gold. If the DXY does break below this area around 97.7, but just keep in mind too that it would take a sustained break on a very high time frame, not even the daily time frame, but the weekly time frame, the monthly, etc., to really confirm that breakdown for the DXY. All right, so indecisive as of now for the DXY. It is above support, but again, it's not really giving me much of a reason to be meaningfully, bullish on the US dollar. All right, so we have gold, sitting just above this 2025 trend line. As long as it's above this, I do favor buying pullbacks here. And keep in mind too, though, that these lows right around 33.40, all the way up to maybe 33.60 or so could be resistance here over the coming days. And this area up here is going to be the one to get above to confirm that ascending triangle. I hope this video has helped. If it has, be sure to subscribe to the channel and smash the like button. Don't forget to join us in VIP, claim your 85% off lifetime access. See the link in the description of this video. Trade well out there, and I will talk to you again tomorrow.